Hey, hey, Wizard! We're back playing Wizard101. Today we're set quest 679 through 86. So, let's get started. Shall we? That was a good takedown. Now we're gonna fight the angles, which should be easy.
means a new current is on the way. My people lived in peace with the Pisceans and the Lothians for many years, but now we're in danger from them. They began by raiding our armory and taking from us all of our weapons. Without them, we'll have no means of defending ourselves. Can you look around and see if you can recover our weapons from where they've been taken?
Yeah. No! We got caught in the back. Okay. Oh, you. Wait a minute. They got me back in there. those guys.
Now that we've got our weapons back, we can defend ourselves.
Yeah.
Recently, the Lothians looted the treasury of the Crustacean Empire, taking from us most of our gold and jewels. Mere gold is not important, but they stole the most important of our artifacts, a ring called Neptune's Seal. All of our emperors have worn it as a sign of their authority, and without it, we're lost as a people. Can you find which of the Lothians took it and restore it to me?
Yeah.
see this is returned to our emperor, and that he knows who recovered. The Lothians are led by a rebel named Nuncio. He guides them in their rebellion against the Crustacean Empire. We tried to meet with the Lothians and make peace, but Nuncio and his thugs attacked and wanted nothing but chaos. There are Lothians who want peace, but they won't be heard unless Nuncio is convinced to talk to us. Can you go to Nuncio's cavern and see if he'll listen to reason?
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that if he'll listen to us, yeah.
Who's that? If the crustacean sent you, I'm gonna send you home in a cave.
Listen to reason at all? How troubling. You have proven yourself a true ally, and the Emperor will be pleased at what you have done. You should speak to your strange friend Sir Thurston Plunkett to learn more of our people and how great our empire is.
So good of you to aid these crustaceans, poor souls. They're not much when it comes to empire building, but they do try. Still, though, a darker power is at work, greater than any threat this world has seen. I fear that Morgana has returned. Before the cataclysm, she was refused Celestia's magic, but now I fear we have inadvertently opened the door to her. We haven't much time. She must be stopped before she claims the secrets of astral magic and seizes control of the spiral. You must get to the bottom of this revolt. I feel the Pisceans and the Lothians are her dupes. Go into their city if you can. You should try to pay honor to their emperor over there. Let him make some proclamations and feel important, will you?
Greetings, Surface Dweller. I am the leader of the Crustacean Empire, the mightiest empire to have ever existed. We have been betrayed from within. The Pisceans and Lothians were once our loyal allies. Now they have turned against us. As an emperor, I could order you to aid us, but I will humbly ask this favor. Would you speak to Senator Xanthus in the Senatorium and see what aid you might grant to our great empire? The Pisceans and the Lothians have seized parts of our great capital city, which we made completely by ourselves. Someone must be behind this. Emperor Pontus, leader of the Crustacean Empire, has spoken. As it is said, so shall it be done.
That looks super creepy.
Oh, good. So the Emperor finally decided to do something about this mess. The Lothians are the most unpredictable of the forces at work against our people, but they have a curious weakness. The smell of a certain type of sea mold full of vitamins makes you powerful when you eat it. It would be a big help if you could gather some of this sea mold to help us in our fight against the Lothians.
And we level up to level 64. Good.
That's just what we need! The Pisceans have long kept the Lothians in check by using carved shell horns. The sound of them frightens the Lothians. If we could get some of those Piscean shell horns, we could use them to weaken the resolve of the Lothian thugs. Can you do that for us? Can you go to the Crustacean halls and get some shell horns from the Pisceans there?
Shadows goes to Kid Miles in Orchard Remembers shall kill him and Mr. Smith and Rick Matson. All their friends want in their life. And the Kid Miles in Orchard Remembers on social media and Wizard101 in real life. The Shadows goes to Brian Hampton, Ariel Cornell, and NAMI. For Cornell's Shoutout, she has amazing videos on YouTube. She's amazing on Wattpad, and she's also very important. It's perfect to me. For NAMI's Shoutout, I just put NAMI, and this is the best point in America to help people with the lost for themselves and people who have needs that are really touching. So if you know anyone who needs it, they are all in the country in the United States. For Brianna's Shoutout, she's been wonderful and good friend to me. She always says I know her. She's kind, sweet, and honest. She does have a YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel is
Will certainly make a difference. Time to strike while the iron is hot. The leader of the Lothians is named Glauco. He's hiding out in the Senate chamber. I've sent word along that we have a wizard who is going to trounce him. Eat that sea mold and wait for the effects to kick in.
You eat the sea mold. It smells terrible and you feel a little sick. And now you feel a lot sick.
Great! I can see from your face that you're ready to rumble. My men will sound the shell horns to announce you're on your way.
What's that smell? I hear some puny little wizard from the surface is going to defeat me. Let's see him try.
Okay, so this is the double boss.
I was set up by the Shadow Weavers. They was calling the shots. I was just a patsy.
Yeah, sure he was.
So the Shadow Weavers were responsible. It's as I expected. The entrance to the Solarium is within the Barbican, the capital of the Crustacean Empire. The secret to the Astral School of Sun Magic is within the Solarium and must be kept from Morgant at all costs. If the Lothians are working with the Shadow Weavers, that means that Morgant can't be far behind them. You must go to the Solarium and recover the Son of Celestia before she takes it for herself. The Crustaceans haven't let me enter the Barbican. Maybe Nestor will tell you how to get in and pass the Pisceans.
Alright, guys, well, we'll do that, of course, next time in another episode of Wizard101. Have a good day, guys. Bye.